Mortal Engines was made by the man behind what I think is one of the greatest trilogies of all time. And yeah, this is a movie in theaters which I saw today. And Mortal Engines. Alright, let's just cut to the chase and admit that we all knew that this was going to be a B movie, but the question is, how bad was it going to be? And I don't know about you guys, but in the theater where I usually go to, they didn't actually play the trailers for the movie. It was just Peter Jackson talking over some clips of the film and telling us about this brand new universe and telling us to go watch it. And that's pretty much a clear indication that it's not going to be that great of a film. And let's be honest, right? I mean, pretty much no one was getting hyped for this movie. Nobody really cared for it. And yeah, I mean, I was just going into it expecting something decent since it is from Peter Jackson. But oh boy, I was wrong. Vaguely speaking, this story is about Thaddeus Valentine, the antagonist for this film, looking to destroy a city with some quantum weapon, and the main characters have to stop him from doing so. And of course, there's also a few subplots that are sort of mixed in with the core story, but frankly, I didn't really care for them, and so I'm not gonna touch on them because they are also approaching spoiler territory. Was this really made by the filmmakers of Lord of the Rings? What the hell happened? This is pretty much a bland and generic story surrounded by this one huge gimmick of cities as vehicles. Okay. I can appreciate that they're going for something original and different, but that doesn't mean it's necessarily going to be good. And not to spoil anything, but I've seen this story before, and it was done way back in 1977. And I'm sure most of you know which film I'm talking about. And my biggest worry going into this film was the visuals, because based on some of the clips I've seen, it looked pretty artificial. And as I expected, it was pretty much a CGI fest from start to finish. But I can safely say that it looked fine for the most part, even though it had such a heavy reliance on the visuals. And there were also a couple of really good shots that were sort of integrated into this movie. So I thought the pacing of the film was really good. There was nothing that felt draggy. There was always something happening, quite a bit of action. But there was nothing really that stood out for me, and that's where this film falls into the category of being such a mediocre movie. When I compare Mortal Engines to any of the LOTR films or even the Hobbit movies, the thing that was sorely missing was any distinct characters. I didn't give a damn about a single character in this movie, and whatever it is they were doing throughout the movie never really engaged me. Even Hugo Weaving was given such mediocre material to work with, and that's honestly such a waste of a talented actor. And this is probably one of his paycheck movies. And there was this cyborg character in this movie, can't exactly remember his name. I think it was Shrieker or Shriver. I'm not even going to be bothered to look that up, but all he was doing throughout this movie was going like, Hester, 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 and just shut up. I mean, sure, some of the characters had some depth, but when you pair that with such a bland story, it really doesn't work. They even tried to be really bold and loud with the musical scores, and it's basically like they're telling you, hey look, we're such an epic movie with the moving city of London. Are you entertained yet? So to sum it up, don't watch this movie. It's not worth not worth your time or effort, and it's really one of those films where you just wait for it to come out on Netflix or whatever and use it as background noise as you play with your phone. And with all that being said, I'm gonna give Mortal Engines a C. You know what my mom always says? You can never have everything you want, otherwise you're not going to appreciate anything. And I think that's exactly what Peter Jackson was going for with this idea. And what I'm basically trying to say is that studios such as Sony or Universal are going to continue pumping out garbage 90% of the time, so we can sort of appreciate that one okay movie that comes out. But anyways, if you guys have seen Mortal Engines, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. And yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Ciao.